Hello boys and girls. Okay, for today's lesson we are going to look at calculating durations of time using word problems. Now, what I thought I would do first of all is role model and take you through the steps of how I would solve a problem and give you one method at least that you can use. Now, that's not to say that you have your own method to solve these problems. Now, if you do have your own method, please, 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 please send it to me. I really enjoy seeing all the different methods and all the different cool ways that you have to solve the problem. And we know from doing maths in school that everybody has a different way to get to the end result. And my way might not always be your preferred method. However, my job as the teacher is to at least giving you one method that you can use in order to solve this problem. And I feel that the easiest way to do that is through a number line. So yeah, if you have any other cool ways of doing this, please send them to me. So first of all, I'm going to role model how I would solve a word problem. For me, I always find like there's too many words in a word problem. Sometimes I feel like word problems are trying to trick me. So what I do first of all is I read it through a few times and then I highlight what I think might be important in the word problem. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with this one here, okay? That's my dodgy one. By the way, boys and girls, I am using a different whiteboard today because I wanted to video this and use the seesaw screen. So bear with me, I might get things wrong, but it's all a learning experience. So the first word problem, this is how I would do this. I need to get to a doctor's appointment at 16:05 and it will take me 20 minutes to get there. What time should I leave? Now, first of all, I would read it through. And then I would read it through again, boys and girls. Because sometimes when you first read something, it doesn't actually process. You're not actually listening or understanding what's being asked of you. And I'm exactly the same. Sometimes I need to read things over a few times before I actually understand what I'm being asked to do. So if you need to read it over a few times, by all means, do so. Then what I would do is I would take a highlighter. And what I would do is I would highlight all the important information I think that I need in order to figure out what the answer is. So let's read it through again. I need to get to a doctor's appointment at 16:05. Now, I think that time there is important because I don't want to miss the appointment, do I? And it will take 20 minutes to get there. I think that's important as well because this might help me figure out my starting point because that's what it's asking me to do. What time should I leave home? And I think the home part, leave home, is quite important as well. Okay, so first of all, I may want to, if I'm still finding it a little bit tricky to convert time, I may want to try and take the time to convert my 24-hour time in that word problem. Just so that it's not getting in the way. So I might want to take the time to do that. And boys and girls, I have sent you a support video to all children in case that is becoming a barrier for you. So 16:05. I know if I want to convert it back, it's already in 24 time because it's 16. The 16 tells me that. If I want to convert it back, I need to take away 12. Okay? So 16 take away 12. 6 take away 2 is 4. 1 take away 1 is nothing left. So it tells me it is 5:04 in the afternoon because the 16 tells us it's the afternoon. Now, if you're confident with your 24-hour time, you may want to miss that step, and that's absolutely fine. Now, I am going to draw myself a number line, okay? I need to get to the doctor's. So the doctor would be my end destination. Yeah? And I need to be there, and I'm just going to stick to 24-hour time because I enjoy using 24-hour time. But if you don't, by all means, boys and girls, use 12-hour time. So I need to be there at 16:05 at the doctor's. Okay? I don't want to miss this appointment. And my duration, the time it takes, is 20 minutes. Okay? And I need to figure out when I need to leave home. So this is the part that I need to find. First of all, I want to get to the next hour. And I know I'm going backwards. I know I'm going backwards here because we've got this information and we've got this information, but I don't have information here. So what I need to do is pretend I'm on rewind. That's what I do in my mind. I pretend I'm already at the doctor's and I've done 20 minutes, and so when would I need to go home? So it's backwards for me. So what I need to do is I'm going this way to figure it out. And I need to find what the value of this is. I need to figure out, I am crossing an hour, but which hour am I crossing? Okay. Now, I want to get to the hour before this time here. Okay. I want to get to the hour before this time here, boys and girls. So because it's 5 past the hour, we are looking to get cross over 16. Okay. So what we want to do, oops, excuse me, we want to, for this hour here, we want to cross 4 p.m. That's what we want to cross. Now, to get to the 4 p.m., what do we need to take away? So I'm looking at the minutes because we want to get to that. We're crossing over the 4 p.m. to find out. Now, I can see that it's 5 minutes. I need to take away the 5 minutes to get to the 4 p.m. Now, I've taken away the 5 minutes, but it does take me 20... Oops, a daisy. It does take me 20 minutes to get there. This is not working. Why are you not working, you horrible pen? Right, here we go. There we go. Right, it does take me 20 minutes to get there. Now, I've already taken away 5 minutes. So I've still to take away more time. Okay, so 20 minutes it takes me to get there. I've taken away 5. That should leave me with 15 minutes, okay, left. So what I want to do is I want to go back the way, and the value of this is 15 minutes. Now, I'm at the hour. So I know I now need to think about this section here. Oh, goodness, my highlighter just doesn't want to work today. So I want to think about this bit here. What is the value of this? I know my values of jumps that I need to make backwards. But now I need to think about the value of home. And that is quite tricky, boys and girls. Now, we know we're at the hour. And we need to take 15 minutes off that hour, okay? Now, first of all, if I'm crossing that hour and it's taking me to 16, but I know I need to take 15 minutes away, that takes me into the next hour before 16. So straight away, I know then the hour before that will be 15, okay? Or it could be, and if you're doing it in analog time, it might be 3, okay? But I need to focus on the minutes now. And I know that there's 60 minutes in an hour. And I know the value that I need to take away is this 15 minutes here. Okay? I need to take that 15 minutes away. So what I'm doing in my head is I'm doing a little sum. But I'm going to show you on the board of what I'm doing. So 60, take away 15 minutes. And that will give me my answer down below. Now, 0 take away 5, we cannot do. So we borrow 1 and we turn it to 5. 10 take away 5, we can do. We're left with 5. 5 take away 1 gives me 4. So I know that if I take 15 minutes from the hour, it leaves me with 45 minutes left. And because we've crossed this hour here, it takes us into the hour before. Okay, I hope that's helpful, that part. Now, let's try another one. Okay. Now, if you're looking at this and you want to go through this slowly, you could either read the video, watch the video back again, or you could pause it here and look at Mrs. Moran's working. But this is all the working, and this is what goes on in my head. Okay? Now, I need to delete all this. I'm just going to quickly... I know, it takes ages. Oh, where are you going? So, whilst I'm trying to get rid of that, all of this, I can't swipe onto another page, I'm afraid, which is really annoying. We are going to read the next box. You may have already done that. Okay, oh sorry, it's just distracting me. So the train from Glasgow to Dundee takes 1 hour and 45 minutes. If it leaves at 11:50, 10 to 12, when will it arrive? Okay, so first of all, I'm going to read that over again. And I'm going to pick out the information. Let's do it in a different colour. Why not? I'm going to pick out the information that I think is important. So, we're leaving from Glasgow. So that's where I'm starting from. And I want to arrive at Dundee. That's important. The duration is 1 hour and 45 minutes. And it's telling me the starting time. If it leaves, the leaves is the starting time. And I need to figure out when it arrives. Okay, so now I have highlighted all my important information. I want to start a number line. This one is a lot easier, I think. I think the first one is a little bit difficult because you were working backwards. But this one is a lot easier because you've got a starting time. For some reason, I always find it easier to figure out when it's easier to figure out when you've got a starting time. So we've got Glasgow over at this side. And Dundee. Now, I just write the names and all of that because it just makes it really clear in my head. It's just easier, I think, if I write all this out. Duration. So my duration is 1 hour and 45 minutes. It's just kind of like note-taking, boys and girls, and it really does help. So we have a starting time. And we need to figure out this time. So we also need to figure out, I know we are crossing the hour. We might be crossing a few hours here. So we need to look at that. Right, so let's see what we've got here. We've got 11:50, so we know it's 10 minutes to 12. So what we need to do is get to the next hour. So our next hour is 12, yeah? Does everybody agree with that? And the value of that jump forward is 10 minutes because we know that there are 60 minutes in an hour. Another 10 minutes will take us to the next hour. However, that is not everything that we need to do because if I take 10 minutes from the 1 hour and 45 minutes, I'm still left with 1 hour and 35 minutes to go on my train journey. So I maybe want to look at this one next because going to the next hour is the easiest step to take for me in my mind. So let's go to the next hour and I'm going to do 24-hour time and 12-hour time here. So the next hour is 1,300 hours, and that's the way they say it in the army, isn't it? Gosh. And then that will tell you it's 1 p.m. because if we're converting it back to a 12-hour clock, we take away 12 and it leaves us 1 p.m. So I've already used an hour here. So I've used up 1 hour and 10 minutes so far. So what I might want to do, because it's my working, I might want to scribble that out. Because now I've only got 35 minutes left. 35 minutes left of my train journey. So I'm going to take another jump. And your jumps don't need to represent how long it's going to take. It's just your working, boys and girls. So your next jump is going to be 35 minutes. And adding 35 minutes to this hour here is easy peasy squeezy lemons, because we know it's 13:35 or 1:35 p.m. And then that gives me my very lovely answer. Okay? So that is an example, boys and girls, of, and I've role modelled that and talked you through different ways of doing it. Finding the starting time and finding the end time of durations. Now, for your little task for today. Oh, Mrs. using the wrong button. So what I'm going to ask you to do, boys and girls, is I'm going to write a time period on the board, and you're going to work. Now, you can work with someone at home if you want. If you have that luxury of having someone to play this game with, then I'm absolutely fine with that. It doesn't need to be an independent activity. But remember, if you have parents that are really, really working hard and have their own work to do, then you should be able to do this independently. However, if you want to do it with a sister, a brother, don't do it with the dog. You might want to do it with your mum, dad, granny, or whatever. If they want to get involved, then fine, okay? But I don't want you putting any added stress onto any adults in the house, because you should be able to do this independently. Okay, so let's get rid. Can I get rid of all these? I can't get rid of those boxes because I did a screenshot. So just ignore the questions at the top, boys and girls. So you're going to work either with someone in the house or independently. I am going to give you a variety of times, okay? And you are going to create a word problem for these times. I'm going to give you 3 times and you're going to create 3 different word problems. And what we'll do with these word problems is we will put them up so that you can challenge the children that are actually in the class learning, and the children in the class are going to create some word problems for you, and then we could use that for our mental math starter for our next lesson. So I thought that would be quite fun, a little bit of a challenge. So I'm going to give you a quick example of what I actually am looking for you to do. So, say Miss puts 3:30 on the board, okay? Now, you could say a party starts at 3:30 p.m. And it lasts. Now, you could choose your duration. You can make it really not too challenging. Don't say like 3 days or 4 days. We'll just stick to hours and minutes. So you could choose your duration, and then you could say, what time does it finish? Oh. Okay. Remember, nice, neat writing. Capital letters, full stop, because if you're challenging someone, you want them to be able to read your question, even though my handwriting's absolutely rubbish on this. But you will have the opportunity to use the text box. So you are going to, and you could do it, that's an example. Or another example, you might say, I finished a circuit at the gym at 3:30 p.m. where I did 6 activities lasting 15 minutes each. When did I start? That's quite tricky, isn't it? So that's quite challenging. Let me read that again. I finished a circuit at the gym at 3:30. So you're given a finishing time where I did 6 activities lasting 15 minutes. Oh, I like that one. I'm going to try that. Let's figure that one out. I don't want to write it. Well, actually, I'll just write that one. I finished a circuit. This is a good one. At the gym. That's just a session. That's how many sessions that you do at activities. Last thing, so where was I? At the gym at 3:30. So it's the same time that you're using, but you're given the finishing time. Where I did 6 15-minute activities. When did I start? So this one, boys and girls, is like this one at the top. It's where you're being given a finishing time, and then you need to figure out what was the time at the start. Okay? Now, it would probably look something like this if you were fixing that out. So 15. So you would need 6 jumps, I think. And then each of these would be the value of 15. Do you get what I mean? So I'm just doing that really quickly. So boys and girls, what I want for you to do is you're going to create 3 word problems. 3 word problems for your friends in school. And what we will do is we will do a little, I will maybe choose a few a day to challenge the boys and girls in class and at home. Now, you need to make sure you know the answer to these, okay? Because I may ask you to tell us if we are correct and maybe upload a video and tell us what the answers were, showing us like a teacher. So, the times I am going to give you are... Okay, 12:45, and I'm going to give you 6:25, and I am going to give you, and this is the hard one, okay, 14:07. Now, what you need to do is you need to go and get your remote learning jotters and write me a word problem for each of these times using what we've learned today. Take a picture and upload it to this lesson. And what we'll do is we'll challenge the boys and girls at home. I know this was a long lesson today, boys and girls, but well done for listening. And I hope you enjoy your activity.